it only showed one key. Oh, I think it's working.
Oh,
Are we good?
W.
Oh, we're good. Okay, restream.
Gotcha.
Man, it has a fucking thing. No, I don't want to do that.
Wow.
It has a fucking thing.
It has a what?
Watermark.
Where?
It has it, right?
Where's the watermark?
No, there's
I
no
don't see
watermark.
it.
Okay, that's fine. Except,
Yeah.
why is there a watermark but only in Restream's dashboard? That's so fucking stupid. Hey.
Because they just bait you into purchasing it anyways.
No, you're on the free tier. That's what you're on the
but why? But why not show
the
it
initial.
in the
What's it
actual
called?
output? Like, look at this. Like, why is it in the dashboard but not in, you know?
Yeah, I think it's
Let
because
you.
you're
I
on
want
the
you
free
to check.
trial. Rather, you're probably
Yeah.
on the free trial.
Nah, I know, but why is it not on the actual?
It was too much work. There was
Because
just
it's
too much
paid.
work.
Because you're technically on a paid experience, because it's a free trial of the paid experience, right?
I got you. So it's like half-assing a fucking watermark. Probably they got backlash. Is the sound working? Can somebody check?
Yeah, it worked.
Sound is working?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What do you think about the camera setup? It's fine, right? It's actually good.
Yeah.
It kind of looks sharp because it's like rounded and black, but I don't really care.
Like at some point we could just add our ads, like the X ads, you know?
What do you mean?
Just like,
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay, so I think,
Alright.
what are we, okay, is it big enough? Probably not, right? Just gonna
Let's open the TL. I want to open the TL draw here. We're good. We can close all that. Let's go.
Okay, so do we just start off with last week? Who wants
Yeah.
to start?
I think so. Yeah, the little, yeah.
We have a lot of images. Fucking hell.
Pinterest looking ass.
Let's start with Karis week. I think we did that last time, but I guess we're doing it again.
Okay. Wait, let me check. I have to like zoom in there what I did there. Okay, good. Well, let's start with something fun, then go to something quite annoying, and then go to fun again. So, first thing, I started to play around with like a friend of mine is really deep into like 3D and Gaussians and stuff like that. So I kind of got rabbit holed, and I started to work on a LiDAR scan pipeline, like an extraction pipeline to get accurate body measurements just from a LiDAR scan with your iPhone Pro. And I'm writing that in Rust. So that's this thing on the left side. I was experimenting a lot with it. I couldn't work on it the last few days, but I'm going to continue. I would always like did one post a day when I was working on it. And was a nice reminder of fucking around and finding out, because basically every assumption I had got kind of blasted when I implemented it. But you learn a lot by doing so. So that was fun. Then I had to move our company, or I'm still moving our company page from Triangle Company to Cloudflare. And back then I implemented it in a little bit weird way. I wanted to have all the content in a separate folder, so our non-technical co-founder can also edit it better without going through like the code files. And I did that with file system like Node :fs to load the metadata and all the stuff. I rendered it as a like with the get static thing in Next.js, so it's static. But that doesn't work in Cloudflare Workers because there's no file system. So I have to kind of get around that. So
it would work on Vercel either.
It works in Vercel.
It does? Okay,
yeah.
Interesting.
And then I kind of found this vLite thing, which is I think a fork of a older library. So basically what it does, it compiles it into code at build time, and then you can just use that with remote MDX to render it again. But I'm getting fucked by that. It's not working yet, so I have to like spend time there. And I just got reminded, like comparing that to the image of the left, how fun this is and how horrible this experience is.
You know what it sounds like to me?
Skill issues,
no,
definitely.
It sounds like this is what you're looking for, honestly.
Wait, what?
I think you should probably just, if you want to have like separate content from.
Wait, I'm not seeing your screen.
You know what?
Not in
No.
Meets.
Oh wait, that's actually ass, right? How can I share my screen? I guess you guys would need to use. Wait, I can just screenshot it. I guess that's also kind of garbage. Do you think I should like? Should we just do it all on Discord? And
Yeah.
I even screenshot. Like, does this make sense? What I was saying is, what I was showing is this, right? Like maybe you should just,
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was what I wanted to use, because like it was interesting because like first I did it in Astro and everything worked fine. Then we started the company, and one of my co-founders is a Next.js fan, so he rewrote everything in Next.js. Now I'm kind of trapped with this like shitty Triangle company thing, and I kind of don't want to rewrite it again in Astro. I still have the old Astro version that was working, but we redid the whole design. So initially I just wanted to rewrite that, but yeah, it's kind of annoying. Maybe I'm still doing that. That's also why I asked you guys in the group how you would do.
You don't have. Do you have like I18N internationalization?
Yeah.
That's something it's nice in Astro, but not for my use case, because I'm working with like headless CMS, and then I don't know if you, Esma, have you seen it? What I did for Lisa, it's insane. Levels of garbage code, but I can't. It's like Astro specific. Maybe it works. It would work differently, but I had to jump through so many loops.
For me, it wasn't even that bad. Maybe I'm doing it and I like.
Yeah, you know.
Did it wrong or whatever?
No, but you know, you have hard-coded routes, right?
Let me check. I have not been.
What do you mean hard-coded routes?
So you have like a /en folder, and then you have hard-coded.
Oh no.
You don't?
No.
Yeah.
It's based on MDX, or what is it?
Wait, let me check.
It's still statically somewhere.
Oh no, I just put it in the folders.
Because what I have on Lisa, right, on this client project, we have 2 deployments. One is SSR for the visual editor, CMS, right? Because you need live updates, right? Like I need to inject it into this iframe. And then one is the SSG, standard Astro thing, right? And this in combination with, so I have these 2 deployments which both feed from the same code base, and then in combination with dynamic pages, dynamic slugs, translated slugs, and the I18N stuff, it created a bunch of issues.
I did it in a like really chopped way. So I'm just checking out the repo. Like I have pages, then I have a block folder for the English pages because it was default, and then for the German pages I have a DE folder and then block again, and I just have all the files twice.
Yeah, that's what I mean with hard-coded, right? That's what you have, right? Because it's not really, like, it's not hard, because it was my first real Astro project, so I'm not blaming Astro. Maybe there's a better way, right?
But I also did it the same way, so maybe we're equally retarded, or there is no better way.
I mean, I did not hard code. That's the thing. I did figure it out, but it's like it's not like on Next. It's way cleaner.
Yeah.
Wait, let me actually see if I can find it quickly. If not, then I think we just move on.
Yeah, like I think with
I even have comments and stuff.
The difficulty between like the Rust project and like this, it feels like with projects like that, you're solving, like the problems feel like they're like physics or science problems, like they're problems of the world, where like with Next.js, it's a problem of configuring what another person made.
Yeah, and it's also kind of weird because like it just time-wise, right? The time I didn't even migrate a page, like it doesn't work at this point. So I was just playing around with config files and how like this stuff is like parsed and which MDX package of the 20 there are works.
Yeah.
And in the same time, I wrote literally like I wrote a voxel map, DB scan, implemented a clustering algorithm, and it's just like, okay. One time I don't have anything. It's skill issues, but it's still like I was
but
trying
it's
out different packages.
man-made problems versus like physics problems.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
But can I say
Yeah.
something about MDX? I personally think MDX based content is ass. Like, it's good in a way for like, but then it's not great to consume it. I don't think it's that great to consume. Like, I like my content living in like just JSON API. That's, I think, way
Like,
better than
what I
having
did
MDX.
before that, what I did with before that in the Astro project, even I just had a YAML file for localization, and that's it. And I just wrote the
Yeah, I always do that as
page,
well.
and then I
My
just put a
current
YAML files,
function
and then
page
that's it.
also works like that, where it's just a big ass fucking JSON object.
Yeah.
Which works, right? But again, for non-text, it's not great, I guess.
Yeah,
But then
that's
again,
the only reason why I
MDX
put them
isn't great
complicated.
either for non-text, in my mind.
Yeah.
But you see what I need to do, like this entire code, right? So basically, this is the layout file, right? On this here, it's the layout
Yeah.
file. So I'm doing like all kinds of path manipulation, which next I don't need to do it, right? This is like, I don't know if you agree, but this is insane, you know, garbage, and like this is super error prone. This regex, I don't know, like maybe there's an issue in here, who knows? And then this is the page. This is the only page I have, and it's like dynamic, right? And this builds for all the locales and all the custom slugs, right?
Oh, I did something similar with the cookie stuff there. Yeah.
Yeah, the cookie, that was actually what fucked me up, right? Because in Next, but obviously this is an SSG problem, right? This is not really an Astro problem. But I just think in terms of like, if you're building somewhat dynamic I18N sites, I think Next is actually better than Astro, kinda. When you're using a CMS, right? If not,
But like, yeah,
then-
exactly. I'm not using, like, what I've done, like how I would do it now is I would just like don't give a shit about like getting like separating the content layer from the presentation layer at all, and just put the shit in the file.
I do actually have an EN and a DE folder, by the way, but there's
I've never written a complex website. Like it's always been
that's what my
Yeah, most-
folder structure looks like. Like you see, it redirects down here, right? Astro.redirect, and then it redirects to one of those. But then inside here, and that's what I hate, right? Inside these, I have duplicate code. It's not much, but it's a little. And you can't share it in Astro, right? You can't share the function. Like this, this is what fucked me up. Like this, what is it? This Astro, right? This right here. Wait, let me make it right. This Astro object, right? You cannot import this outside of this fenced garbage. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could.
This means that, yeah, and I remember what you said. You could pass it around, right?
Yeah.
But still, it's garbage because it's not type safe outside of this. At least,
Yeah.
I guess this is a skill issue, honestly. But
Yeah, but yeah, it does. Like
I had issues though. I tried to pass this Astro, or I am actually passing this Astro, right? You see this? But
yeah.
it does not work. Like, I guess it's a skill issue, but
Yeah, it's not
this is a weird thing though. I'm just gonna tell you, right? Because this Astro thing, it's not predefined.
it's magic.
It
It's
has,
a magical.
exactly. It's magic. It has info on where it is, right? So
Yeah.
it's like super weird.
It's like a declare module.
And they don't want you to do
global
this.
thing.
It feels like, you know, like they don't
Yeah.
want you to.
I think the most proper way you could do this is you would abstract it away to a function. The function wouldn't require Astro, but it would just require all the things that you would want from Astro, and then when you call it, you do Astro dot from the parents.
The problem is that this thing is like highly dynamic, right? And this is actually so this is from the CMS. So this could be
Right.
anything, right? So typing it out
Okay.
it would be horrible, right? But I think, yeah, I agree. Like, it's probably a skill issue, and I didn't have like unlimited time. But I'm just saying, in Next.js, right? For one, I wouldn't need to do this. Because this, I found it in Astro docs, right? And in the storybook doc.
Yeah.
I think you need to do it.
That's also how I did it. Yeah.
For SSG, right? You need to have it, because otherwise you can't redirect to. So basically, the /de/en needs to exist to even be able to do the cookie redirect. If you don't have that, it doesn't work. So I just thinking about it, right? I because I've built pages that have like 24 locales. Like, what are you going to do? Are you going to create like fucking 24 of these
I mean,
folders?
what you could do is that but that's kind of
Code gen it,
highly,
right?
yeah,
Maybe.
you could show code in it.
But that's also I don't like it. Like, I just honestly I really fuck with Next.js when it comes to that. And also that's why I built my current landing page for my company Next.js, because I just feel like, I don't know, it just
Yeah.
feels more familiar still.
Like the reason I stuck to Next.js there was honestly only just that I wanted to spend less time on it, and also because I hopefully never have to touch this again, because the next time something changes that isn't content, I would pay someone to do it, and then it's easier to get someone in next. So that's the only reason. Yeah. But yeah. Then this podcast, as you can see, I haven't finished it yet, but it was like as a podcast bro, I'm listening a lot to podcasts while walking the dog. So this was one I actually enjoyed a lot, even if I didn't finish it yet. I would say it was one of the better ones I've listened to this year potentially. So if you need a podcast, kind of interesting.
Who's this David Senra guy?
I don't even know David. I didn't know him before.
Okay.
It's just about like Daniel Ek is kind of cool. I like him. I like his approach. It's a little bit different. So yeah, it was interesting.
I might actually listen to this, because
Um,
I'm not like I think Spotify is like a super interesting company. Because
Yeah.
obviously they have like insane market share, right? But their product itself is like kind of ass. But then again, everybody uses it, right?
Yeah, it's also interesting because like they talk a lot about how like perfecting the product and always trying to push the product and make it better is something unique about Spotify, or like something that Spotify does really well. And I was like, I wouldn't
don't know.
100% agree on that, but like
I mean,
the
what
idea.
else is he going to say, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I will say though, because I don't like the client experience on Spotify either. But like, if you ask a normie, I think
Oh, yeah.
there's
That's
something
not true.
about
My
Spotify,
dad, for example, he hates it. Like, he's always complaining about Spotify performance.
like a
My
Zoomer.
fucking dad, and I've
Yeah,
never
but a
heard him
normie.
complain about anything other, like, except like old school work software, right? But he hasn't.
Yeah, but like a
complained about anything.
normie non-tech Zoomer or millennial, I think. I don't know why, but they do seem to
But I think
sort
it's
of like Spotify.
Don't you think it's a distribution thing? They haven't ever used anything else, so they just
Yeah,
take
you
it
know,
for
okay,
granted. 'Cause I
okay.
think
People
once
also
you use
hate Apple Music for some reason. I've tried Apple Music. I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
But people hate it.
Why? I've never heard anyone hate it. It's
Um,
either they don't. I don't know, but
Mhm.
this might also be EU thing. Because in US,
Gotcha.
I think there's much more people who just get the iCloud upgrade, get the Apple Music, get Apple TV. I feel like in EU this isn't the case, right? Constantine, would you agree?
I think there are some people that dislike. I also know that people are shitting on Apple Music a lot.
Yeah.
Even here, like even people I know.
Really?
Then there are some people that like audio quality. So they go for like Tidal or whatever.
Yeah.
But and
Like
a lot of
lossless.
people like really like the recommendations from Spotify. So the infinite play and the playlist and everything. And that's also I have to like give them. I think the playlists on Apple Music, although they are curated by experts, they're kind of ass. So
Yeah.
that's a good thing about Spotify, I think.
So I think on a
Spotify is data
product
company,
sense, it's
right?
pretty good.
Spotify is a data company, I think. Like, they don't.
You could say, yeah, it could be that. It could be like the
By
wrap
the way, I
and the
read
analysis.
it's not like my quote. I'm just gonna point that out. But I think there was a tweet I read like a few weeks ago. But
Yeah.
I do agree with this, right? It's like the product is kind of ass. Like, I think everybody agrees on that, right? Even I think non-tech, because it just
I think if you look
breaks
at, but you have to. I think if you think product, not product, the thing you install and use, but product that
Yeah.
the thing as Spotify, like free music, you basically pay nothing for music. You basically get music.zip on your phone. That's kind of dope.
Yeah, I didn't even.
I think the PMs are good and the developers are bad. That's like the way to put it.
I disagree fundamentally. I think the
I think
PMs
that's-
are bad and the devs might even be good. I think
I
it's
don't-
just not enabling. You know, like, the thing I shared, this tweet I showed, did you guys both see it? Constantine saw it. But
What tweet?
I posted about Spotify implementing like font scaling or like
Oh, yeah.
variable font garbage.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact this was not This was neither designer. No, wait, I'm gonna put the link. You can check it out.
Kind of fun.
Gonna put it on. Or maybe just check out the stream. Maybe it's easier. I don't know.
All right.
By the way, I'm not.
Oh, okay. I should
Oh,
open
yeah,
the stream
streaming.
probably.
I thought I was not streaming. Okay. But do you see
Should some
this?
of this- Oh yeah,
It's
yeah,
variable font, right? So they're like,
yeah.
instead of just, and the funny thing is this, I checked it out again, because I was checking out playlists, right? And I was checking if it works the same way, and it isn't. So in different places in the UI, wait, let me show this as well.
There's like different rules that they follow
Why isn't
for scaling, etc.
Yeah, whatever, it's whatever. But so for example, in playlist, right, it just does it normally, where it just decreases the font size.
Yeah.
So it's just a font clamp, right? And some
Yeah.
people were like, in the replies to this post, they were like, yeah, bro, it's just a font clamp, which is not true. I mean, yeah, maybe you could call it a font clamp, but this is obviously variable font, right? And
Yeah.
they even talked about this, like they made like a huge blog post about how their new font is like variable, and
Oh, I did not.
so this is
I'm not reading
100% like a weird ass PM decision, because a designer wouldn't do this because it looks like shit, and a dev wouldn't do this because it's a
It's
pain
just
in the
work.
ass to
Yeah,
implement.
it's annoying work. Yeah.
So I think they are, I don't know. Also, like the AI stuff they're shipping constantly, it doesn't seem like a developer problem, honestly, but I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so what about this?
Yeah, this one is basically we dumped down, or we kind of, it was kind of rough for us always business wise to we have this problem where obviously people want an offer for a service, for an implementation, and they want to see a price. But then again, it's kind of hard to give them a price, because if you do the projects really individually and you don't even know their ERP yet and what they're using and what they need, it's kind of hard to give a price. So what we did, we kind of dumped it down even more. We took like stuff out of our sales pitch, and basically only have these two things there. Like when they say like requirement analysis or something, and the other one is a process workshop where they get like where we go in person and do a daily workshop to basically get all the processes or accumulate all the processes with them. And we kind of changed how we are trying to sell it or pitch that in our qualification calls, and just made it easier.
So is one of them paid and one of
Yeah,
them
both are paid.
Oh, that's great.
But the first one, they get like 100% of it is accounted if they do a project with us.
Cool. Okay, that's actually interesting. That's an interesting idea.
Yeah, and the good one is like if they don't have a set process yet. So the left one is if they know what they want to do, we do a feasibility analysis, and if they don't know what they want to do a process workshop.
Come up with it.
Yeah, and the nice thing is that if you do a process workshop, you have to do a feasibility analysis, or like even 2 or 3 afterwards anyways.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, that's how we're trying it now. Like we had the first call doing like pitching it today, and it kind of worked nice. Like it worked out well. And also shout out to my girlfriend. She looked at our deck and it was still way too technical. So we made it way easier again. I feel a bit retarded now, but it works, I guess. It works better. Today it worked better, let's say. And yeah, it's always nice to keep in mind that if you're working with something constantly, you probably over-index for it being easy, because you talk about it
Yeah.
so much.
Do you send it out beforehand, or do you?
Never.
You don't?
Okay. No. And even the offer, like the final offer, we always do a call with a Calder.com link where we present the offer. We never send.
You can't do
send
offer
out.
sending, because you get
Yeah.
like a bunch of retards who like, I know for a fact that some freelancers and agencies, they send out offers pre-call, like pre-first call.
Yeah.
They'll send out an offer, which is, and I'm a fan of doing free work to a certain degree, right? I do like 5 to 10 hours of free work for every project, I would say, like onboarding stuff, right? But I'm not a fan of sending someone an offer, because you have to realize that they're just contacting every single agency and freelancer in the area and going for the cheapest offer, right? That's what.
And also, like from the sales point, like you never want to let someone simmer in a price, because like if you say a price and they're like, oh, that's too much, and they have questions, you don't have the chance to like go like
walk them through
work
it.
with their rejections. they say,
Yeah.
but someone else did it cheaper. What like they would just not answer to you. So we always just show it in the call and then immediately ask if they have questions or whatever.
No, that's interesting. I don't really do it that way, but for me it's usually different, right? Because you are selling this at yeah, obviously this is just like a flat rate thing, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like a base price.
Yeah.
Um,
Both are base price.
yeah, because I'm like, okay, like I usually do it like this, right? Where it's like, okay, it's like 120 per hour,
Mhm.
and then I'm like, okay, this includes a contingency buffer thing, right?
Mhm.
So that's your kind of secure, and then I'm like, okay, estimate would be, and then there's like a bunch of ifs, right?
Mhm.
Estimate would be like $300, right? And then I don't even put, and I think that's been working great for me, right? Because I don't put like a actual price tag. Like the
Yeah.
offer just has this, because that's a scary number, right? If you
Yeah.
multiply these.
But I think you're doing, like, the problem with us is that we for the first project where you can't upsell, we do our pricing based on ROI. So if we don't really know the process and we aren't like, we also have to check if it's feasible for us.
Yeah.
So like getting the first one, we always like, we are from our own, we're also going to say, like, if you have this feasibility analysis, you can just always take it to someone else, just have like technical stuff and just go to whoever, or use it and basically get a percentage off, or like use it towards the project when you're doing it with us. Kind of solves another problem that people always wanted. We always got asked for a range or a price, and then it's kind of useless to say between 15 and 150K. It's kind of stupid. So now we can give them a set price. They're kind of happy to get something reliable. They can take that home, but they still don't get the full price for the project.
Also, what you're doing is, I assume, right? It works the same as for me, where you're basically invoicing in steps, right? Because
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so now we're doing this process workshop. This is like 1 to 2K, 3, 4K, whatever you're charging. And then there's this, and then there's this. It goes like that, right?
Yeah.
Which I think is great, because you're binding them to you, right? And also it's not like this huge invoice that's on the horizon. You're not waiting for it. They don't really know about it yet, right? Which is great for.
It would be, in this case, it would be like first invoice for process workshop, then for second invoice for a feasibility analysis. Then when we finish the proof of concept, you would get 50% invoiced of the whole project, but this is discounted by the feasibility analysis, so it looks less. And at the end, you get a full payment of the rest. And it feels,
I think the feasibility analysis is genius, because like, if you do it well, like they'll like, you'll gain trust. Also, like the offer that you're producing is like tailored to their particularities. Plus, you're also I'm guessing the feasibility analysis will also show like projected savings or projected whatever.
Exactly.
And so it's like a deal. It's like, I'll save you 30K if you pay me 10. It's like, who could say no? Right?
Yeah, we always did it in a way where we did like 1/3 of the 3-year ROI. So you have 200% return on invest and like amortization after 12 months. And then they're kind of like, those are good numbers, right? But till now we did that like unpaid, because like if you write out an offer, obviously you can just take that and go to someone else, right? That's a bit cheaper. But now we're getting paid for it. So if they don't stick with us, at least we got paid for it. And if they stick with us, because like if you do it well, I think the likely, like with every interaction, every payment, the likelihood decreases of them not just paying you again. And every time you interact with them, it gets like the pain of going to someone else gets worse.
Yeah, the relative pain increases. Yeah. So, and also like the context that you have increases. Alex Karp said, he calls these the business of the future, but he believes that software companies and this is how Palantir works. Software companies should be paid when he said Palantir for service industry, that's kind of funny. Palantir does work for the service industry, but anyway, they should be paid a portion of the value they create, like a cut of how much value they create. Like that's what they. So Palantir doesn't charge our customers like a flat rate or per hour thing. It's like how much value do we create and give us a good chunk of that.
So far we haven't invoiced an hour yet.
Right? Because
it's actually a very good comparison.
It's
unironically
really not, because it kind of is because Palantir is offering custom products, right? I know
Yeah.
that, but it's like also stupid because Palantir is working with like
Yeah, the government.
different
Like it was
kind
founded
of
by the
clients.
CIA. Yeah, I know.
But I think the idea is the same. Like, do you want to invoice per hour or do you want to invoice per value created? And so far, like I think especially in Germany, people always calculate it down to the hour or some rough estimate. But
Yeah.
so far, like it's different, and so far people kind of liked it. Because we always say, okay, we're paying ourselves,
You know
at
what
least
the
for the
issue
first
is?
project.
You know what the issue is?
Vanity
As a small
projects.
company in the long run, if you're selling based on value created, if you don't create the value,
Yeah.
that's where this fucks you over. And I think in the US, people are like, they realize that some of this might be their own fault, right? They might fuck up in marketing, might fuck up in whatever, right? But in EU and in Germany and Austria specifically, I think it's if they are going to come to you, right? That's why I'm kind of scared. Obviously I could, and that's why I illustrated this, right? For me, and that's why I think you're doing actually a great job by selling this, because I'm not selling I'm also doing these kinda, right? But I'm not selling them. For me, this is free onboarding, and then I would invoice from this point on, first day, right? Or is this not the first day thing?
This work, like, I mean, we have, what we're doing now is that we have 50-minute qualification call, and then you either do a feasibility analysis or process workshop or nothing.
I don't do 5 hours of ideation for free for every single client, right? If it's like a garbage, I don't know, small business, I'm not doing 5 hours for free. But if it's a huge potential client, I might do 5 hours for free. But I still do everything by the hour just because it's safer. And I've seen like partner companies get fucked in the ass by, basically at this step, right? What you just said, where you would tell them that, okay, savings are, I don't know, 500K in 2 years saved, right? If you go with me. So that's why we are charging 150K, right? And nothing else, which I agree, this is great, right? Because then you can maybe spend like, I don't know, you can spend like 200 hours on implementation and it's good, right? But the problem is if they don't save the 500K.
But I think you can solve that problem, because what we're currently doing for the first project is that we talk about like KPIs at the beginning, and we say you only have to pay us if we hit those. And those KPIs, like the price is projected, so it's always projected 3 years. We always calculate with 3-year ROI, which is kind of low, because like if you're looking CapEx, you're calculating 5 or 10 years. So 3 years, no one can really like argue about that. It's on the lower end. And then what we say, like if we hit those KPIs, we will, like, it's not like you have to wait 3 years and then we see, but we say this would be the savings over 3 years. Those are the KPIs we use. If we hit the KPIs, you have to pay. Okay, and then you will probably save it over the 3 years. What do you mean?
So
yeah, but
what are you doing? So let's say in 3 years, right? So maybe I misunderstood. So
I don't think he's getting paid in 3 years. I think he's getting paid immediately.
No, let me finish.
Okay.
What happens in 3 years? There's so you're selling 50% savings, which is crazy. You're probably not doing it, but let's just for the example. But then the actual savings is like 2.5. And they're like, okay, if this is garbage, you promised this to us, because I've seen this, right?
Yeah, because the KPIs are missing. The point would be, in this case, would be, okay, for example, one thing, company has like 5 to 10 invoices per day coming in from their sub vendors. And they are currently using 10 minutes per document or whatever. And then they are, will reduce that to 0. And then just for the ones that are faulty, so 20%, they need like 3 or 4 minutes to check, whatever. And then we have those, like we say, okay, 95% of our extraction pipeline, so for 95% of your vendor invoices, the extraction is correct. And we just benchmark that. We just test it with data. We say, give us 100 invoices, we check that, and then the KPIs are met, and they have to pay when the KPIs are met. And the savings are just projection. We can't if they shit the bed or like take the software offline or whatever.
It's basically, so what you're saying is it's kind of bound to product analytics, right?
We model the business,
measure, right?
Exactly. We model the business case, and then we set up KPIs, and once we hit the KPIs, it's fine.
But you get what my issue is, right? Because my
Yeah.
KPIs are not measurable.
Exactly.
They are measurable, but they are not.
Yeah.
Like it's not measurable that, for example, a new user came from new marketing site, or they came from I don't know, or like the main problem is, and you know about this probably, right? In Austria, Germany, nobody fucking pays for influencers to do marketing. They think, okay, I'm going to pay 50K for a site, and then out of thin air, people are just gonna materialize, right? And are gonna sign up, which does not work like that, right? So that's where my issue is, I guess, where obviously you have, okay, if you're building an AI product, even though people might not be using it, right?
Looks like shit. It's not really like it's not like the resolution is shit. But in general, that's like a part of our pitch deck. So what we do is, okay, this was a company that were doing technical drawings. They were doing this manually before. Like development engineer in Germany, roughly 44 euros per hour. They were drawing those black boxes over sensitive information. Obviously, like the length and the width of the part should stay there. Before they did, I don't know the numbers exactly, but it took them like 10 minutes or something. Now it takes them 3, and some of them go through automatically. Took them like would cost them just in labor around like 90K in 3 years. Now it would cost them 30K, and we capture a part of that.
Yeah, okay.
And then we can just set KPIs. We just say, okay, that's the document processing, and even like API cost, we also calculate it for you. But obviously, that's only like if they're now doing 20K documents instead of 6K per year. Obviously, they pay more for API, but that's not like we calculated this case for the information we got. So if they do something different, it's
so you're going off of your proposal case, right? It's in reality, it doesn't really matter what happens, right? If they don't get any, like if they're, I don't know, if they're, for example, their employees, they don't use it for some reason, right? Then it's not your problem because you delivered, it's working.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that because it's
we hit the metrics. We like if we hit the metrics we basically discussed, and that's it.
Yeah, I get that. So it's like a measurable product. And then that makes sense.
That's also why we don't do chatbots, because you couldn't measure the impact of a chatbot there.
You could.
You can't really. Yeah, but it gets iffy. Like if someone wants a chatbot, obviously we're not like any is willing to pay well for it. Obviously we're not going to say no, we're going to just do a high hourly rate or something. But so far we haven't done chatbots because we always said like, okay, let's also, it's nicer for a business case, right? For the people, just to tell them, okay, we want something that gets you money, not just a vanity thing.
What is the person? What is the personnel here? Like the
here?
Employee? Why do so
that was
a
a
human in the loop, right? So you're calculating
exactly.
like you need 1 employee.
That's just a time. No, it's just a time. So all of those were like the Maschinenbauer, so development engineers. And before that, they were taking, I think it's like 10 minutes or something. And afterwards, it's just like 2 minutes.
Yeah, because you're just checking, right?
Yeah, you're just checking. And then for 20% of the, like before it was like, we always calculate with 20% error on human, because I think that's some rough thing you can do. And then afterwards, it was like 95% accuracy. So in 5% of the cases, you have to do the same checking you would do anyway. So you can just like in 5% of the cases, you would do 10 minutes and then you can just like. And also the nice part is about that sometimes people aren't even aware about their process costs. They're like, what the fuck? In this case, especially, like the head of IT was like, guys, how do you come up with those numbers? And he got a scratch pad out and we told him and he was like, oh, okay, that's crazy.
So you're doing your homework and that's like impressive, right?
Yeah. And sometimes they even don't know themselves. They're like,
they themselves don't do the homework.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. It's great. This is cool. But you can see how this would not ever work for me.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
no.
Even with like, because let's say it's not even marketing related. Actually, it always kind of is. Because if I'm building like consumer app, for example, like what am I going to do, right? If nobody fucking downloads the app, like it's not really on me, right?
Yeah.
If the app is not working, then totally, right? And I'm going to fix it for free probably.
Yeah.
But
and that also like it doesn't work forever. Like that's just initial product, because like if you think about it, if you want to do this, like make it even faster, like the return on invest from going down from 3 minutes to 2 minutes, we could invoice nothing basically there. So it's just for like the first pilot project, and afterwards like it's just normal project work.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Okay, so SMR, what's your the workflows?
Yeah, I'm working on for. Have you used Vercel AI SDK's like tool functionality, Constantine?
Mhm.
Like the tool thing. Like I'm trying to build or I am building like a workflow. I don't know if this is this. I'll keep it abstract in case it's NDA, but like it's basically like a workflow system. But we try to have every node be because so when we talk to the LLM, I want to use Vercel AI SDK's tool function. But then again, I don't want stuff to be like super simple because it's basically Palantir for NA10. Like we're building a workflow builder, and there's like a lot of features that I'm thinking of already, like more than we talked about. Like I want to be able to call like another whole. So wait, I'm cutting up because like my brain goes to, like different spots. But like each box is basically like a function call, like a tool call, and you could like orchestrate all of the boxes to create like a workflow, and then you can also use another workflow in a different workflow. So you can like recursively call. Oh, you could even recursively call the workflow itself. Phil, did you think of that? Like you can do like
This doesn't
recursion.
sound like a good idea.
Yeah, but like you can call
Workflow,
this.
create a workflow, create a workflow.
But like
Sounds like high token costs there, dude.
yeah, so like I'm trying to think about that as well.
It's going to be a fun postmortem if
But like, is this like, what are does the user have any input there? Like, can they write prompts themselves, or is it just like pre-made?
They can't. So each action is something that we predefine ourselves.
Okay, so you not need something
we
like
can input-
ESPI or something.
No. Like they can input data. Like they can pipe in data from here or there. They can input it manually. But yeah, the nodes themselves are like developer defined, and we have like a bunch of them.
And how do you
all
build
the
up
nodes-
observability for that? Like, do you use something like?
We haven't planned that right now, but like we could have observability.
Who was smirking, dude?
we should maybe switch topics.
All right, yeah.
I don't know if it's good, if it's like a good image, to like say this publicly in terms of observability, because I think we have like great observability implemented.
Okay, yeah. And
no, like we unironically do though. We do have like runs, like the run save, like
we
logs
should
and all that.
probably add logging at some point and stuff, right? Like
Yeah.
free garbage.
I mean, crazy. Also, like, just because I'm pretty sure you already have this in place, but just coming from a EU AI Act perspective, like logging and audit trails and stuff like that could be important at some point.
Yeah, but we started working on this feature like 3 weeks ago, right? So it's not really.
Yeah. But it is quite like this. The second is my favorite feature in the whole thing, in Lisa. But yeah,
I don't think
that's
it's
one thing.
My favorite, honestly.
I was playing. Do you guys play RPGs? That's actually I've never asked you guys.
I played a ton of World of Warcraft when I was younger.
Okay.
It's not an RPG though. I guess, but
I think it's an MMORPG, right? So
it's
I don't play the hardcore stuff. So Divinity, I've never played it. I've not played the Baldur's Gate thing. I have played Skyrim though.
Skyrim is cool. I want to play.
Honestly, I think if I would play it today, I wouldn't probably.
Yeah, I mean it's like 15 years old now.
I mean, I played a ton of Oblivion, if that counts.
I guess.
I haven't tried it yet. I want to. If I'm like the remaster is out, so I'll probably play that.
I didn't like the remaster. Like
Oh really? Is it bad? What?
I've had it on Xbox as a kid, but I've never touched it because it was like outdated even back then.
Yeah.
And I've tried the remaster because I have Game Pass, right? So I tried the remaster when it came out. And it's just, I don't know, like, because for me, Elder Scrolls is Skyrim, right? So, and that's just like a bunch of stuff missing. Or like,
yeah.
I don't like it. It feels like sluggish.
Why do you play role-playing games? Like, is it for the combat or is it for the like? Do you have or
I
do you
think
just like you
exploration.
just exploration?
I'm not like a big. I'm not really. I can't.
Are you like a
I
lore
always
guy?
play
Do
the
you read
same guy.
books?
You know, I'm not like, okay, this time I'm going to play the evil
Oh,
guy. I'm not. That's not me. You know, like I always play the same fucking guy. So yeah, that's why I
do you
don't
read?
fuck with
Are you like a
these.
lore guy? Do you read books and all this like in the game?
No.
You never read book. Then why are you even play the game?
Fuck, dude, I played a game.
You're
I
missing
don't.
half the
In
content, dude.
WoW, cause did you ever read a single quest log,
No,
Kevin?
dude. What the fuck?
We
No.
are aligned. We are aligned. I don't.
Dude,
No. Dude,
If
I
there's
often
no
like it was often to
voiceover,
my
if there's no
detriment.
voiceover, I
Yeah,
don't
it
consume
was
it.
often to my detriment. Like I was walking to places like on the map, and then there was something in the log or what you had to do, and I was like literally wasting hours because I wouldn't read those little things.
gotcha.
Like I mean,
Dude,
there's some of those in World of Warcraft, right? Like where they just describe the way with like go like you find this tree and then go right or something. I was like just
Right.
I
kind of
didn't play old school
wandering off.
WoW. I only played starting I think Legion
Hmm.
when I started playing. So it was like super dumb, right? At this point, you had like quest marker, quest marker, quest marker. So
Yeah.
I didn't do anything.
Dude, I would on Skyrim, I would go to the what don't remind me. What was that university at the northeastern part of the map? The University of Winterhold, I believe, is called. I would go to the library there and like read
Study.
the
Dude had he had a study log on his desk.
Oh,
and like, dude, and some of them would have quests. Like, it would be about like a legend who died, and there's like a sword there, so you can go to that cave, and it's like
By
a
the way,
whole
you're gonna
dungeon.
play this Divinity game for like 50 years then,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I know. Because
In-
the plan with Divinity is it's made by the same studio who made Baldur's Gate. So I want to play Divinity Original Sin 1, 2, and then get to Baldur's Gate. So
I
it's
think
gonna be
this
like
game is great. I've heard like great things about it. I just can't get into those.
but we're getting nuked in like 2 minutes, just so you know, right? Because Google Meet's 3 calls are just 1 hour. So
Really?
Yeah.
Bro.
so brutal. We need to go to let's just try. Oh, is Discord difficult to stream?
No, I'm
Phil?
gonna
You just make a new
restart-
meeting,
I'm gonna
right?
restart the meet because I have like Canvas set up, you know.
Yeah.
So I
Oh,
have
gotcha. Okay, so you
decided-
can just restart and send it on Telegram. Or
Oh, it changed. So I'm gonna kill myself. Yeah, we need to figure out something else next time.
yeah, I'll set up.
We gotta
ping
keep
and,
it
like,
short.
No, you don't. We don't use the fucking ping.
I'll set up ping. That'll
Oh,
be good.
that's illegal.
Wait. Okay. Should I restart now?
Mhm.
Yeah. All right.
We can't do this next time. It's like super annoying. Let me set it correctly. Well, I bet the Riverside guys are watching and like laughing. You know?
No way. Is that real?
I mean, the CEO guy is following me, so I don't know. Who knows? It's kind of cut off now, but it's fine.
Where were we? But yeah, so I played a little bit of, and it's pretty good. I think it's gonna
Can
take.
you think of if I played any other RPGs? I don't think so, honestly. What
Does like
even is
Far
there?
Cry count as RPG? Yes, right.
I think it's action. It's like
Does what
action.
count as RPG?
Far Cry.
It's not
Far
right.
Cry
It's
is
like Dark Souls.
difficult.
It's like an
Yeah,
action
I don't know if I'd say that
RPG
as an
thing.
RPG.
Like this Divinity, I don't know if you know it, Constantine, but it's like
Mm.
hardcore stuff. Like this is like, this wouldn't be for us. Like you are reading half the time, right?
Yeah, you're reading. Yeah, it is like there's
Bro,
no
just,
quest
just
marker.
grab a book, bro.
Like there's no quest marker. Like for the main quest, there's no quest marker. You just
That's
figure it out.
wild. No,
Crazy.
I wanted
Yeah.
to play Baldur's Gate, but I I don't know, like it might.
I think Baldur's Gate is simple. It's not as hardcore.
Yeah,
but-
it's way less hardcore than this, right? They have like
Yeah.
proper like quests and stuff.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I don't think I would love it, honestly.
Have you played Witcher 3?
Oh yeah, I've played that, but it was way too
Good.
long for me. I think
It
if
is
I was
pretty long.
younger, I would have enjoyed it way more.
Did you play it recently or?
No, I played it when I was like, I don't know, 19, 18,
I think like
19.
playing in general, it's kind of maybe a weird take, but like single player games are so fucking hard for me. And the only single player game I played for more than 3 hours probably is Call of Duty 4. And the campaign I
It's not a
played.
single player game.
The campaign, dude, I played the campaign 4 times or something. And that's it.
You should try Witcher 3. Witcher 3 is like really good. I will say, like Dark Souls
Dude,
is,
it just gets boring after like
Oh, Dark Souls doesn't get
you just
boring.
walk.
You
Okay,
need
Dark
to
Souls
have a
does not.
challenging single player.
No, Dark
game.
Souls probably not, but like
yeah.
but just single player games.
But yeah, of course, like
could
Far
be
Cry
awesome.
or whatever, like yeah.
I think
Even that was fucking boring, I think.
Yeah,
I like
that's what I mean. Like you can't have a non-challenging single player game. That's also why I like roguelikes, right? Because they are challenging as
Yeah.
fuck. So
Yeah.
you just play them and then you finish it. That's also the good thing, right? I don't want to spend like 500 hours on Divinity reading books. Me personally, right? Me personally. But yeah.
What else do we have?
Well, you didn't even play for long, honest. That's like rookie hours.
Yeah, for a week. But yeah, and also I had a lot of stuff going on. That wasn't.
Yeah. That's not even bad. Like
Yeah.
you're probably like in tutorials still, right? At this point.
Oh no, I skipped the tutorial because I've played this before a little. I
Oh.
played like a few hours before, so I skipped the tutorial. What else? I'm progressing in OCaml with the course. I forgot his name, but he has like an amazing. He's like a professor at Cornell, and he released this course. AirPods. So this is interesting. So like Remix 3 came. I don't know if we're gonna talk about that. I don't know if we'll
That's
have
a
time.
wide combination of things.
Yeah, but so there's we're gonna talk about what's the name of this project, by the way, on Phil's here that I'm writing on.
I
What is
don't
this?
think we name it yet.
Okay,
Just
so we'll
project.
just call it the Purple Project.
PWA. Let's just call it PWA project.
Sure. So there's a PWA app, and there's also a different app that I'm working on for like a local bookstore. It's like the simplest book inventory app in the world. But I'm using, especially the bookstore app, I'm using that as like on a lot of the projects that I work with Phil. Something a role that I've taken is like I set up the project initially.
Setup, man.
This is really like I'm like the setup man. Like initially I set whatever the technology, the tech stack is, right? And I'm using this as basically I'm trying to create like a starter kit for myself for React Router because man, the you guys have never used React Router for your
I
personal
used it.
projects, right?
I used it
Yeah, have
way
you-
back, but I think it's nothing like it anymore.
Yeah. It's like super. What I love about it is it's like it tries to lean heavily into web standards, and then once it maxes that out into React standards, and so it's like this first principles type of framework. But yeah, I'm working with it, and it's, dude. I mean, I could talk about it, but it's probably boring. I'm going to talk about like sessions and how it handles cookies. Like nobody cares, but it's pretty cool.
Maybe we find some time to talk. I'm gonna keep myself short on my week, but maybe we can find some time to talk about it either
Yeah,
after or next week when we talk about remix, right?
yeah.
I think it kind of maybe.
So like yeah, I've been doing that for this and this, which
What's
is the Purple
this?
project. This is the Purple project. This is the
Wait, you were
PWA.
using React Router for this?
No. This is project 1 here,
Uh huh.
and this is project 2
Yeah,
down here.
this is
Yeah, so this is better off than Next.js.
yeah
And
the
it's
normie
named for-
stack.
Yeah,
This
well,
is nice
yeah,
stack, and this is normie stack for
yeah.
retards.
This is like intelligent. Like this is I read books stack, and this is I watch Mr. Beast stack. okay?
This is Modern Warfare single player stack.
Yeah, Divinity Original Sin player versus God.
I mean, that's
You've got
actually
4 campaign
probably
is
correct,
coded,
right?
by the way.
I could see this being correct, where this goes
Yeah.
here, and then Modern Warfare
Yeah.
most definitely goes here, right?
Yeah,
Has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
And then you have
yeah, and then I also and they're pretty nice, by the way. If you're
But you don't. You
I mean, you
haven't
still-
upgraded.
you haven't.
No, you.
Oh yeah,
you
Tahoe. Yeah,
haven't
yeah,
upgraded.
I have not upgraded yet because you need Tahoe to pair them, which is wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's been my week.
Okay, then my week. I'm not gonna talk about everything. I think I did some corporate espionage.
Oh yeah, this was cool.
Then, Constantine, what you pitched us last week, I worked on that. I think it's actually gonna be banger.
Let's go.
If we make it, I'll send you like some. I'll
A
send
head.
you
Give me a head.
1 mil, right? Like
Give me
my
one
list.
head.
But let's not talk about it too much for now, because it's
Yeah.
gonna be a while till this ships. Yeah, I used this. I don't know. Have you ever heard of it, Constantine? Maybe.
Which one? Oh yeah.
What's your opinion on this? Because I have no
Hmm.
opinion yet. Like
I haven't used it. I just looked at, because like even LiveKit, I also looked at LiveKit because we were thinking about, like, there was a potential customer wanted some live stuff with video potentially as well. So I was looking at a lot of like web video solutions where you could plug AI
LiveKit does
into it.
video as well.
No, but it was like
Oh, it was
LiveKit does
AI.
audio, and
Yeah,
then it was
okay.
like timestamping and stuff like that. So I was looking at both of them, and I think they looked like LiveKit was a bit. I found it a bit hard to grok, like to understand, like when do you need their paid service and when you
That's-
don't need it, and how you can like. It was
That's
a bit.
what I was doing here, but I didn't get any
Yeah.
answers because
Yeah.
it's
kinda need their
weird.
paid
like this ecosystem, right? Because they have like what's going on. I'm genuinely curious, and also
Have you
where
looked at
does 11
Pipecast as
Labs-
well?
Where does 11 Labs fit into this? That's what I was trying to find out. You know.
Oh, 11 Labs is just voice generation.
I know, but it's like, LiveKit, they do a bunch of stuff. I don't know how deep you went, but it's like,
Yeah, I was writing I was like wanted to write a voice agent for our business page, and then I looked at LiveKit, I looked at Pipecast, and then I rolled it myself with small RPC or small RTC, I think small RTC. Yeah.
Okay, I don't even know what this is. I'm seeing this for the first time.
This one is basically LiveKit. It does the same
There's
thing.
a bunch of those clones, right? That's
Oh no, they're daily, like Pipekit. They're quite early, so I think they're.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't know which one is the clone of which, but I'm saying there's a bunch of similar ones, right?
But it's also the same thing here. You kind of need it looks nice in the docs, right? But at some point, you always need their service to host a room, because like maybe for people that haven't like looked through it, all that they're basically doing is think of a game lobby they open for you for voice communications, where you can set up your own pipeline and use your like text to speech, speech to text, and your own reasoning model. If you like, but then at some point, always their like hosted thing comes in where you have to connect to, and it's always kind of weird. Because I haven't understood it fully.
So we have like a latency issue, right? That's why I'm looking into LiveKit. That's why I'm looking into not this specifically, but I'm looking into other things, and that's also why this happened.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to name it specifically, but this is the company in question, right? But for this Mux, I think it's actually for now, and I said the same thing about Convex. It does feel like Convex. Early days of Convex, where I was like, okay, this is actually awesome. So I might retract my statement later, but for now it seems genuinely good. The dashboard is stupid simple. The API is clean. They have like pre-made components for uploading and consuming. Looks like it feels really good, and I don't think the pricing is half bad either. So I don't know, but we're going to ship this, right? So this video feature, it's going to, at least for now, it's going to use Mux. And we might rip it out later, but I really don't want to build my own like streaming garbage.
Like, do you own the page where the voice agent like lives?
Oh wait, you're confused. This is like completely separate project.
Oh yeah, I know. But I was just like I was looking at something I did and wanted like
So
refer
you're
back
not
to it.
talking about Mux stuff, right?
No, just about the voice agent because you were mentioning 11 Labs as well.
Yeah, we are using. I don't really want to talk too much about it, but we do own everything right now. We have everything on AWS.
Yeah, because I did this retarded thing where I basically set up a Python, which is in beta since years, like literally 2 years or something, a Python API route, and used let me check out the give me a second. Basically wrote it myself, which was kind of nice to learn, but kind of horrible at some point because you have to do everything yourself and set all the variables. And like at this point, I would always like if it's not super, if you don't like want to make a specific just voice project, like a product that just uses a voice pipeline, you don't have to own everything. I think 11 Labs is just so good that I wouldn't really use anything else.
Yeah, the problem is, and here's the thing, right? I'm just giving these a shot because it's like I don't even myself believe that I can improve latency too much. Like this is really like I can't really talk about it too much, but it's like it's not that easy of a problem to solve because we have like
Yep.
extensive, you know how in chat, right? If you are fetching context, it's pretty easy, right? And you don't have like latency isn't as obvious, right? You
Yep.
can stream stuff in. It's okay if it's slow, but on voice, right? As your as your latency grows, obviously it gets increasingly jarring. Very
Basically
quickly.
everything below 500 above 500 milliseconds sounds shit.
Yeah. So
And it was kind of hard. That's what I tried to do there, and I owned the whole pipeline, and it was hard to get below 500 milliseconds. It was really hard.
yeah, so right now we don't own everything. We use Twilio, right? Like we
Mhm.
use Twilio for like because this is a phone agent.
Yep.
But I assume this is as good as maybe it's going to get, right? Because it's better if it runs on Twilio's infra than if it runs on ours, right? Because it's in the same.
Yeah, but like what
Also-
decreased it a lot for me is like, and also I when I was doing that, I looked into a lot of talks. Also, the PipeCat guys, the framework from the Daily guys, they have nice talks about that. What's more important than where it lives is that you co-locate it. It's one of those cases where you want to co-locate functionality because like every API call kind of fucks you over big time. So the best case there would be that you have inference of the LLM, inference of the text-to-speech, and the speech-to-text model on the same infra.
That's
So
what
because like
that's what we literally talked about last time, right? That's
yeah, that's basically the only way you can solve it. Because always, otherwise, I benchmark this a ton, and the API calls always fuck you up. Even if you like I had so much variance by just like giving me different responses.
Yeah, but the thing is, we kind of need to use a smart AI, right? Because it's like, yeah, it's
Yeah, but
Do we?
that's the point. Like the API call, that's how I kind of solved it. It's not like released or I'm just like I won't implement it. But the only way you should have, like the only way you should call an API is for if you need smart answers, because everything else should be co-located. Otherwise, it just
so
fucks you
you're
over.
saying like run a super dumb model as the main thing, and then basically only query Gemini or whatever external API in cases where it matters, right?
Yeah, but for most phone agents, I think it doesn't really matter how good the general intelligence is, because most of the times it's just a smarter decision tree.
Yeah. Would you agree if it's like agentic stuff where something actually happens and it's not just retrieval?
It depends on the complexity of the agentic stuff, but most of the times, yes, I'd say so.
Yeah, we need to look into it. I guess if
Because
we want
you
to
could just
solve-
use a router, right? A really smart model as a router that then just like a really fast model, even like maybe do something yourself, like just train something really smart, really small, and then just decide if it should actually reroute to a model or just give you a fast answer.
Yeah, I mean we have even like we have different issues even because we are dealing with like insanely big. So we have this. again, I don't want to talk too much, but
Yeah,
we
it's
have
so
this-
difficult. I don't know how much
yeah,
we can
because we
disclose
don't,
this.
we haven't
Because I have so many
technically
ideas right now, but I'm like staying
Yeah.
silent.
I mean, we can also like
We
definitely
can
like
do it
talk
in
about it.
private, maybe,
Yeah.
if you want to. If you're interested, right? Because
Yeah, sure.
it's kind of like consulting, I guess.
So true.
So then we also have this, which is something completely else, which SMR talked about earlier, which is this project. This is the same
Mhm.
as this. And you might see some familiar things, right? Where it's like blocks again. But
Yeah.
I also for this, it's
Oh, I think I know what it is. I think we
Yeah.
talked about it before.
yeah, but it's kind of in stealth. Also, it's a side project. It's like side project. But the thing is, we have someone who's actually going to use this. Whereas with Zerocrat, right, it's no inherent stress. So
Yeah.
Zerocrat, I think we're going to push it out. And obviously, our main thing as SMR and my main thing is still this, right?
Mhm.
Workflows, phone agent for Lisa, right? Because this is like client project.
Yeah.
And then
So
we also have 2 new guys on the team. Actually, on the team, they have been on the team for a while, but now they're on.
Who's the right guy? Who's this
I
guy?
don't
Right?
know who this is, but yeah. Actually, I kind of want to bring Jazz on the podcast.
Dude, that's
sometime.
such a nice thing. Such a nice image, dude. Such a high school looking image
That
with the glasses and the
Oh,
shirt.
that's you looking. That's
That's him looking
that's serious,
official.
though. That's
Yeah.
a good
yeah. That's like
image.
that's like a LinkedIn.
The only thing I
Yeah.
hate is the fucking black background.
You can trust me with your data.
Dude, by the way, I looked at your page because like I'm stealing again currently, like redoing our page a bit. And one thing I found, which is I think genius, which I'm going to 100% steal, is, let me screenshot it real quick. Let me get that. Is this one? This is so fucking smart. I love this.
Yeah, this is for the boomers, right?
Yeah, dude,
You know who told
it's
me
the
this?
it's the best. I'm gonna.
You know who told me this? Polish partner agency of mine, huge one, and they were like, "You need to put the fucking
Yeah.
EU, and you need to put."
Yeah, it's so smart because people just literally, the boomers literally go to your page and scroll down if there's something like any company name or whatever that they know.
Yeah.
And this just looks like you're, okay,
These guys.
European Union,
Yeah.
Germany, city,
yeah.
some city.
Because nobody reads, right? That's the
No.
problem. Like they look at, like,
Yeah.
and that's why I co-located it, right? With also with this, where it's
Yep.
like moving stuff, and then they're
Yep.
like, okay, these guys are like,
Yeah, these guys fuck.
yeah, everybody should be doing this. If you're an agency, I basically, because I talk to these guys, right? And they're like, and I basically copied it from them.
Yep.
And you can look up like big agencies. They're all jumping on the bandwagon with this because
Yep.
I think it's just good overall.
Yeah, it's genius.
It gets the non-text. It also gets the text, kinda,
Yep.
right?
And what's also great, which I saw in a like one German like AI consulting company, which is, I hate this, but I think I have to do it, is they have a banner of companies like similar to the one you have with technologies,
Yeah.
with the technologies they're using, and it's literally like OpenAI, Anthropic,
Also, it's
Microsoft, and it's running through there. And then they have like small underneath tools we use, APIs we use. And it's just like you look on there, it's like
that's fucked. It's like okay, I get what you mean.
Yeah,
And it's like
that's
super
actually
prominent, right?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's literally that they have their hero, and then underneath it's like this thick and running through there.
That's
You
actually
can do the
genius.
same for this, right? You're like European Union, OpenAI, and then like
Yeah.
tools we use and where we are located.
And where we are, yeah.
Yeah. But I guess this is. Do we want to? I mean, I guess we could kind of wrap up at this point, right? But we can also do one more topic, maybe. I don't know how your time is looking.
I'm
We're at
fine.
90 minutes, I think, right?
Yeah, I kind of like there's one small one there in sharing work, which I put there, like just a debate of capitalization versus non-capitalization. And I think the one where you put there with the graph is kind of interesting.
This is what we talked about pre our call, right? I
Yep.
don't know if you, SMI, if you also saw it.
Yeah, the chat about AI models, like AI coding, right?
Yeah, AI coding stuff. It's like super generic, and I think we could talk about it for longer.
Yeah, I think
But-
that we should save this.
Yeah, because I think it's a good topic, right?
Yeah,
Technically.
and it has
Yeah.
such a nice rage bait title for it.
Yeah. Do you remember this guy I sent you in chat some time ago, where he was like, I don't remember the name. He was trying to coin some term. He was like, organic hats versus metal hats or something crazy.
Oh, I think I remember him. Yeah.
Or was it fluid hats? Something, right? Where he was like,
Yeah.
he was so fucking insane.
Throwing so hard.
Like, obviously you can, I see this point, right, where it kind of makes you retarded, but bro, you don't have to make up a new term. Just use retarded or whatever. But yeah, I think we saved this one, and I mean, what's the debate about capitalization? Just fucking capitalize your name.
I think this is kind of like, I kind of like it.
You're trying to be edgy, you know?
Yeah. Kind of do be LinkedIn, but not
It's
LinkedIn.
even worse. It's even worse than, because I'm also doing that, right? I don't give a fuck. I write uncapitalized tweets.
Oh yeah, always.
But bro, it's like, this is kind of wild, because your name is also that fucking long.
Yeah.
So it's just as long as string, and it's not capitalized.
It was so funny from the screenshot you sent me how shitty it was rapping on your phone. You still have that somewhere?
Did I send it in? I think I sent it in Telegram, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Let me find it. Bro, it was insane. Man, I can't find it though.
Let me check.
I think I was like, please capitalize. No, I think I said, wasn't it a reply? I think I replied it.
No, I found it.
Oh, you found it. Okay, can you put it on Teardrop?
Yep.
Tanstack DevTools just got a marketplace.
That's awesome. It looks like shit, like you gotta change it. At least capitalize. Obviously you can't change your name, but capitalize the fucking thing. Like this.
Dude, I
to
could
me,
even
you know
even
how
add my
read
middle
this?
name and
You know
just
how I read
break the
this?
UI.
It's like constant. You know, that's what I'm reading when I'm seeing this, like uncapitalized. It's like,
Constant in Luckenbach. By the way, Luckenbach is a town in Texas, so that would even make sense.
like it looks like this.
The more you know.
Yeah, but I don't think we need to debate this. I think you just capitalize, and that's it.
Yeah, perfect.
Then sharing stuff on it. Do we want to discuss this?
Oh, I think it was just
You
notes
wanted
from
to
last
talk
time, by the
about
way.
this, right?
It was just lots on. It was just. Oh,
SMI.
Oh.
Didn't you?
Yeah, it's like,
put this.
yeah, I was the one who put this. It's about like how do you share stuff on Twitter if you're like not a
Do you have an
front-end dev?
idea, or was this a question? Because I don't
It
have an
was-
answer to this.
I have one. Give me a second.
Like, I think the answer is, here's the thing about that. So I think building things, or posting about building things, gets traction. I think just in general, and but then the problem is, I don't know if it's a problem or whatever. It's an opportunity for a positive spiral, I guess. But like, every tweet sort of becomes expensive. Like, in order to make a tweet, that's not like a shit post or whatever, there's like a certain amount of work you need to do because you have to share something or you need to talk about something, etc. And so then it's like, okay, I need to actually do stuff. I need to like make projects so that I can talk about it on Twitter, which I guess again is good. But I feel like the amount of work that you need to do in order to make meaningful, and maybe this is just me being bad at Twitter because my Twitter is like not good. But I think the amount of work you need to do to make content, to make Twitter content as a backend dev is like way more than like some designer just making another landing page, like editing a purple landing page and whatever and slapping and it's visual and this, that, and the other.
But sorry, I'm kind of missed the point. So are you saying it's good or it's bad? Or you're
I
just
don't
talking
know.
about effort, right?
Yeah, I don't know because like in a sense you could say it's good because it pushes you to
But
build more or
again,
whatever.
I think obviously there is bad designers which are ripping off stuff. We talked about this last time with Alex, right?
Yeah.
But I think if you're, for example, if you take Dan, right, when he's drawing stuff, this is a wild amount of work, right? I think for this piece of content, right?
How
So-
long does he draw? Is it more than a day?
No, but like it's still right. You have to record it, right? I don't know. You have to come up with it. You have to find something. So I think
Yeah.
you're, again, and we talked about this last time. I think you don't really know how long it takes to.
I could get like maybe 3 tweets on DrizzleGen, and that would take a week of straight work to get the landing page, the docs.
I think you can milk it way more.
Yeah, I think that's
Just
a huge
repost the same
problem,
thing.
right? Like you can start. You should have started tweeting about DrizzleGen when you wrote the first line.
Oh, so it's like a build in public, effectively.
But I don't agree. Like
You can just
Constantine,
go through
I
the
agree,
code.
Like I see, like your tweet did well, right?
It was for my account. It did well, yeah.
And you can probably make it work, right? But I think then it's actually the problem that SMR talked about, right? If you want to keep this up, I mean, unless you do keep it up, but you just in the beginning of the call you said that you only had 2 days this week, right, for this project.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think the problem is, and I'm also running into this, right? At some point, like you have to always post about something else. I like this most of this year I worked on Lisa, right? Which I can't post every single day about Lisa. It's just boring as fuck, right? Nobody cares.
But like you can do it differently, right? You could just go through the building block thing, for example. Don't even mention Lisa and just say like I built a
Yeah,
blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. It's like these design accounts that just post like
a
hover
button.
effect for
Yeah.
text, and then it's like a fucking. I think this is garbage. I don't want.
You could
even
also
want
do
to
the
be-
different thing, like the other one I sent. That it's also you could do some like I think if you're back, just like I'm not sure if it still works, but back then it was working great.
Yeah, but I think it's over. I think the meta is over, and I also think you're backing yourself into a corner of like followers. You know, that's what I'm because I don't
What do
want
you
to.
mean?
I don't want to be design account. You know, it's like.
Gotcha.
Obviously it has its upsides, right? But I don't think I think having personal account and you can do whatever is way better than having design account and you need to every day post.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it was more about like my point was more about that you can make because backend people like backend stuff, right? So they see code and they're like, wow. They see NeoVim, they're like, wow. They see like Groovebox color scheme, they're like, wow. They see Rust, they're like, wow. Okay, and now you have a like visualization. Obviously, it helps that you can see something, but you have a visualization of something backgroundy.
Splatting, right? Or like point cloud, garbage.
Yeah.
It would have not done well, probably, right?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like that's what. But
then always you can always do something. Imagine you did something like you changed something in a background or in the background task, whatever, and then you just put a flame graph or you just put your logs of your benchmarking and put do it in a quick like Python.
Flame graph.
This gets old,
Python
right?
chart or what?
Like flame.
I don't think it gets old.
How does it get older than posting your website designs? It's the same thing.
I don't think it gets old. Yeah, I think that's like maybe that's.
You just always have to have something visual plus like.
Maybe your preference for front end work is clouding your comments.
No, I'm just saying. Like, also one thing I do believe in, and you can disagree with me. I don't think backend devs audience is valuable because it's a dev audience, and devs are they won't buy your product, right? So I think actually one thing. And I do not like to post design work.
I think I would finish your point, but I would heavily disagree. But
unless you're building dev product, and even then, right? They're always going to.
I disagree as well, but yeah, I'm gonna let it.
I think it's different. It's not like for example, just what I got out of my account. Let's say I have a really small account, really small, but the amount of conversations with super cracked people are like I would honestly like the people I have the pleasure of writing DMs with. I would trade like a 10K account for that instantly.
Yeah, I mean that's. I don't think a 10K account is anything.
No, but just what I mean, like I'd rather
I
have
get
like
what you
the
mean. We
correct
talked about it,
audience.
right?
Yeah, the correct audience that likes this stuff and finds it interesting, maybe the problem's interesting or whatever, then have like 20K normies that I like, maybe I can sell them something at
I'd
some
rather have
point.
the
But
20K normies, to be honest. Because the thing
I
is this, right? You can have
Yeah.
the small account on the side as an alt, maybe, right?
yeah,
But the 20K normies, it's not easy to get them. Like you can
no, it's
obviously
not.
you can have luck. You can be lucky. You can get lucky like 3 times, but then the normies won't follow you, right? It's
Yep.
not actually that easy. So, but it is easy to get designers to follow you. It is easy because, for example, like I could literally all day just reply to people, small designer accounts, and I could tell them like this is off, and I would get followers like crazy.
But they wouldn't
right?
be like that. Wouldn't be like high value like
They wouldn't care about. They just follow
contacts.
me because I'm a designer and they're a
Yeah,
designer.
but
Right?
they wouldn't help you that much. That's what I'm saying. Like the point is like if you, I think like for at least for me, a lot of times even with like projects or questions I had, the guys I can just hit up in DMs on X and get like really valuable help for a problem where I'm stuck with.
Yeah.
It's just like for me worth way more.
Yeah, because that I mean this again boils down to
different goals.
exactly.
Yeah.
I think though,
What would you say, Sema? Because I think you might be in between here, right?
I think I'm somewhat in between. So like,
like the normies will never care about Drizzle-Gen, right? Obviously. Like
yeah.
But
Well, here's I have a different philosophy though. Like I feel like, for example, when we initially were building ZeroCred, there were like some decisions didn't fully agree on. But the way I thought about it is like, I'm building something, so it's like building something. It's either good or perfect. Like every decision we make is either good or great. It's never going to be bad. You know what I mean? Because we're building something, and so I just kind of rolled with it, and I just because this was super early on in the ZeroCred project, and because that's how I look at things. When I look at followers, it's like 15K normies versus 3K backend devs. Like I'll build, you know what I mean? Like, and so this idea that like, oh, I'm not gonna post this because this is only gonna cultivate a low value audience. Sure, like for the for selling stuff, you're absolutely correct. But like my thing is, even if primarily I wanted to sell something, I feel like increasing in follower number would help you in some way that you currently cannot see. And so like all you need to do is just like get go onward and upward, capital O capital U, or just like build a following or whatever. And so like that's why I don't have like a strong, because obviously if you're trying to sell something, backend devs will not buy your shit unless it's like a dingboard meme type of thing, where like
and
not a meme
designers
maker,
won't either, right?
the product.
They might,
Maybe I'm not super familiar with how designers are,
but
but
it's
if designers won't purchase, then maybe that's the case. But the point is, so like yeah, if my thing is basically I wouldn't go in to building a following with a singular with the single benefit in mind. You know what I mean? Like
no, it
I
should
would
be
just
fun, right? It should be. I don't think like even my fault. Like
no, not
I
even that
have gotten
necessarily.
what?
It's not even it being fun. What I'm saying is
But what's the okay?
if I build a following, something good will happen. Like
Okay, it's
I'll
the
either get,
optimism, right? It's like blind optimism.
it's not blind though. Like getting I think a bunch of like that's like saying yeah, I think that's like building a bunch having a bunch of followers. There's no way it's gonna hurt you. You know what I mean? It's like being healthier.
It is going to
How
hurt you if you spend a lot of time and there's no payoff, right? If you're not having
ah
fun, if so that's what I told you earlier today when you were like, um, I don't like because I think you treat time differently, right? You
true.
don't really care about. I'm not saying you don't value your time because I don't think
Yeah, yeah,
that's
but
true, but you don't see time as a like constant, right? Which
Invoiceable.
that's how I see it, right? Which is fucked. It's not normal, I don't think. But
yeah, yeah.
I don't like to, for example, I don't like to spend a lot of time on a post and then, which I know if it got presented to my followers, right, it would do well and like people would see it. We could, and I'm not talking about making a sale through a post that happened like once or twice only, and only on the huge bangers, right? But I'm talking about just getting feedback, right? For example, if I spend like, I don't know, half an hour on an X post, like long post, I do want people to see it, right? If nobody sees it, like I'm not.
But I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure if that's helpful. Like, I think maybe that's also for you to like optimistic or to like grind set hustle. But I think like focusing on the inputs is way more important than focusing on the outputs, because like even if you write the tweet, that's at least what I do. If I write the tweet, at least I learned how to write a better tweet.
So
Like
true,
you learn something
man.
That's
So true.
But you can
So-
dismantle all my arguments like that, right? It's like, okay, if you like, okay, I landed in fucking prison, right? I got fucked, right? But actually, if you look at it differently, right, it's good. Now I know how to
Yeah,
survive
but
in
it
prison,
would
right?
be would actually be better in that case, because then we would learn something from it and take an experience. But I think it's actually there. It's way more, because like always like that's also really interesting
you're
from
deconstructing something. Sorry to interrupt you, but
no problem.
I'm not complaining about X at all, right? You guys know this. I'm just saying, if we're talking about sharing stuff on X for a specific goal,
Mhm.
I think like that was the base assumption, right? Backend devs have it harder than designers, and also
Yes.
even if you are a backend dev account, I don't think it gives you that much benefit.
I wouldn't,
as
yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say backend versus front end. I would more say like things you can see
Technical.
versus things you can't see. More technical
let's
and more
change
like,
that. I agree with
and
that. Yeah.
I think there like stuff is just it's really like most of the stuff. That's also what I like from the Daniel Ek interview, where he says like basically being happy is a lacking indicator of intention. And I think this kind of, even like there, it kind of makes sense, because like imagine you take like 30 minutes of a post and you write it and no one ever sees it, and like a year later someone sees it and he's like dude, that's exactly what I'm building. Let me reach out to this guy and maybe fund him or whatever. You never know. So like I think you can't always map input to like observe
No, you
output
can't,
and say,
I'm-
okay, your input is bad.
I'm doing that.
So-
Right? I've posted for like a year without
Yeah.
anything, right? Obviously.
Yeah, but I think that's good, and that's why just
But
like,
isn't that what you? Yeah, but isn't Phil when you
I'm
say
not complaining. Like I think sometimes you guys think I'm completely shutting. I'm just saying that obviously it would, and you hopefully would agree, right? Obviously, if I have followers on X, right, they should see my stuff, right?
yeah,
right?
So I would expect people to see it. I would
Yeah.
not expect my 30-minute post to get more traction or anything, like get boosted just because I spent 30 minutes. That's insane garbage. But I would be
Yeah,
mad.
I
if-
see a point. I
if
see a point. I
nobody
just
saw
think it doesn't
and
matter.
I don't even get like, okay, this looks ass, or like this font, I can't read it, right?
Yeah.
Or
I
something
think,
like that, right?
but I think I totally get the point, but I just think I'm with you there, but I think it
Yeah.
doesn't matter, because the important thing about the post wasn't what happened from it, but your input, that
It's
you
that you
made
did
it.
it.
Yeah, that you did it,
So
that you
true.
made it.
Because
But this is,
Look,
you know, I don't
even
like.
me in the past, even me in the past, I have
We're
Yeah, I
rage
mean, I-
bait-
don't disagree with this.
we're rage
Yeah, I know.
baiting, Phil.
I was like, I
I'm
posted
gonna-
about
like this is patting yourself on the back, and you know what it leads to, at least in me, right? What this would lead to, if I don't beat myself up, I'm gonna stop, you know,
what?
like I need to, it's just different. I think we're just built differently, you know.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
that's
I
anyway, like,
don't, I don't gain anything from telling myself, oof, I posted 10 tweets today. They did insanely bad, but I'm such a great guy. That doesn't work for me, you know? Like, for me, it works.
it's not even
that,
about.
okay, I
it's-
posted 10 tweets. None of them worked. Okay, let's change stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't even
Yeah.
think about,
Yeah,
oh, you're
but
such a great guy.
that's exactly the point. You don't have to think you're great. It's just like doing more things gives you more information, where you would like based on that you can change your actions. And if you wouldn't post, like you would never know that maybe your post was ass. So showing up and posting it is way more valuable
I
than not.
fundamentally agree with just showing up every single day. I agree with that,
Yeah.
but I think it's the baseline, and I don't think anybody should feel gratified or like, because that's
don't
what you're implying, right? I should not feel bad when my stuff doesn't work. So I'm input oriented, right?
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I would just say you should focus on your input. For example, the point is like where we always had, like we set weekly goals, right, for the company, right? So, and we talked about it before, we're doing like in-person outreach,
Yeah.
but you never really know how fast people get back to you. So either I could set a goal, okay, this week we want to close one client. We don't really have an influence on that, because it could just happen that the CEO is not in town or he's gone for whatever.
There's
But we
external
can
factors,
say
yeah.
this week we want to contact 15 companies in person at their door,
Mhm.
which will then, as a lagging indicator, lead to the second. But it's actually something you can measure, and it's in your influence.
Yeah, but
And
this
that's,
is
I think
just
it's the same thing here. Like, if you were saying like, this year I want to gain 2K followers, it's
I
it's
wouldn't
nice.
ever say that though.
It's nice, but if you would say this year I want to write one high quality tweet I like myself every day, I think it's better.
I don't know. You know what the problem is? I don't think like that. I just don't. You know what I would do is, instead of, okay, my weekly goal is closing one client. You're completely correct. I agree with that. You can't obviously influence. Like, you can't influence people like that, right? You can't
Yeah,
make sure to close the client. Doesn't work. My goal would be, okay, this week I'm going to outreach to. I'm going to email 50% more people.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to do the fucking podcast, right? Start this. This would be my goal. And then, if it's a fundamental failure, which maybe the tweet was just a bad example, but for me,
Right.
a tweet that is seen by 10 viewers, there's either something wrong with the fucking algo, or it's getting deboosted. This is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about banger versus not banger, and I beat myself up over non-banger posts. Like, did you see my traction recently? If I were doing that, I would not be posting, right? I'm saying if there's something that that I'm doing wrong, I want to. You get me? Like, it's
Yeah.
still
If there's like a
it's
blinking light,
input
I need
or-
to
I'm
see it.
not
Yeah.
output oriented, although I kind of am. I just want to see if there's something I'm doing fundamentally wrong, and this is tied to time, right? If I spend too much time with too little outcome, obviously there could be, I don't know, like,
But this, I think this arose. This topic arose from like, you talked about cultivating, which I guess that is a fundamental problem, right? If you're trying to cultivate a technical audience, and I know you let's technical not just in code, but like, in like, I guess in details, versus like a normie audience who likes when
yeah,
you
I
take a
think
picture of like your dog or whatever.
let's compare it to Dan, for example, right? Dan, he
Okay.
posts
Yeah.
memes, right? So his
A
audience,
lot of the
I
time,
think,
yeah, it's like good morning or whatever.
his audience, I could never post something like that, right? Where
Is
this
it
is
banned
not
by
to shit
Dan or
on Dan in
Yep.
any shape or form, right? But I
Yeah.
could, if I mean, it doesn't do well for him either. This example, I do post things like that because I just don't care, right? I post it, but for him it works, right? Because he's like pop culture account, right? Kinda plus design.
He's pretty big. He's also, yeah.
Yeah. Also,
I
he
think
has like he has traction, right? He gets like
Yeah.
constant bangers. I don't, right?
Yeah.
Which is fundamentally different. He has a way more normie audience than all of us, 100%.
Yeah.
So I think I want to be somewhere in between, and obviously, Konstantin, what you're telling me is you basically don't care about the normie at all, right?
I wouldn't
If
say I
you're
care at
making-
all. I just, like, if I would have like to put odds on it or like weight
Uh-huh.
it, I would say it's 90-10 at most.
It's not important to you, right?
No,
so I
it
think,
is.
again, right? I think it's just for me. I don't do group chats. I don't do DMs even. The only guy I DM is like Dennis. I DM him
Yeah.
sometimes, right? But
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
I think I have a like nice thing, or like a nice mental model, or like just example how like where I'm maxing from. For example, like Prime Intellect, the meetup in Berlin. I had like 120, or obviously it was for my alt account, but I had like 120 or 130 followers. But there I knew like 12 or 15 people. So I like to go when I go to a place where people are that are building cool shit,
yeah.
and I know a lot of them. That's more important for me than having a high number of some people I would probably never know, and they're just like not doing interesting stuff. Than
Yeah, the
have
thing
them on my
is,
profile.
if you're planning to stay in agency, let me just tell you this. I didn't think it would be possible, but it is definitely possible to get insane amount of inbound leads through
Oh yeah,
a
definitely.
huge banger, right? Like that's what and I'm just gonna be honest, that's what I'm chasing, right? Something like this post, and I'm not even talking about the numbers aren't even important, right? But it's an on-topic post. I built something which made other people want my shit, right?
Mhm.
Like this post brought me more inbound leads than my fucking website, than both of them combined, right? I got like 20 inbound leads from this, which I only got to convert 2 of them, but still, right? It's not bad. So obviously this is not replicatable, but as you grow, this happens like once a month or like twice a month, right?
Mhm.
It's like some blow up post which makes people visit your page, which might turn them into inbound leads, right?
Mhm.
So, and I still
Absolutely.
don't treat X like a lead funnel because I do actually get some enjoyment from it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it.
But I think that, like, for example, that would be what I would do on a like Instagram page, because I think there are less technical people on Instagram anyway. So if you're there, just max it for inbound, right? But if you like,
Yeah,
just
but
for me, is
how?
on X, there's so many nice technical people. So
Mhm.
why would I waste my X for normies when there are places like
I don't know.
Instagram
I
or
honestly
TikTok?
disagree on this because I think if you, for example, you deleted it, right? But if you posted stuff like this, or also the other thing with the price tag, even this would blow up. I'm pretty sure. Like this is just so I don't know. Like honestly, and I also told this to SMR. That's why I think it's funny that, like, obviously, I think I'm not a pessimist in terms of. I think I'm pretty realistic, and I also think you guys, both of you, honestly, like you're way too small for what you could be posting. I just think you're not posting
Correctly.
consistently enough. Like,
I mean, I'm posting consistently
yeah,
in the
but
last few
so
days, but
SMR,
it's
it's
like,
a consistency problem, right? But I think for you, I don't know what it is. I honestly don't
I
even know
just
what it
post
is.
random shit, to be honest. I just literally post random shit. If you
But
go
you
to my
don't.
timeline, it's
You
really,
don't
really
though.
random.
It's like all on topic, right? Kinda. Like it's all good posts mostly. Like I don't see them ever. That's the problem.
Yeah, but that's kind of weird recently. Like I don't know. I got a lot of like, I mean, there's some random posting in there, but that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do one like on topic post, business AI related per day.
Yeah. I mean, you are honestly doing well anyway.
But I
But
think I just need more
you need to
images and shit.
man. I think you just need to have more followers. Like, because I think the normies, right? The normies, they are looking at your profile and they won't follow you because you have
Yeah,
not many followers.
yeah,
That's how it works, right?
yeah, absolutely.
Because your tweets aren't bad. Like, obviously, nobody sees them, but that's the same for everyone, right? Like, except Dan, I guess. Like, I don't know. I don't really like Diago. And I think that's why you just need to post. I don't know why you're not posting.
And you need to put Lauren like your just don't like this Anon thing is kind of weird. I think that's something
Fine.
really. I think that's something like either you go full Anon and you just do
Oh,
degenerate shit, or
Oh,
you
yeah,
you
yeah.
think
don't.
it's a problem that he's not on the live? That
Like I'm
might be.
a pseudo anon, which is kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
weird.
yeah. Just like if you Anon, like then just fucking send it and post shits of stuff, and if you're not, just don't. And but then there's no downside to putting your name anyways.
That's true. But again, I
True.
think that's also a downside to what we are doing now, right? Like even the full name. But I think the downside is negligible now. I think it was not negligible one like back when the full unknown meta was, right?
Dude, I had this new account and I was split testing. I was sometimes posting this like obviously
Yeah.
I had more followers with the other one, but I was for really, really similar quotes. It was like, for example, this thing earlier with just like background, some Pepe and some
Yeah,
Rust
yeah,
code.
yeah.
It was like I was getting 200
Yeah,
followers
because
per
the anons don't
per post.
fuck with the normies, right?
Yeah,
That's the
exactly. Yeah.
problem. Like,
You,
but I think now it's shifted, and now I
yeah.
think it's literally. And I talked about this with Dennis, and he was like, "Yeah, you gotta change." And what made me change to full name is SEO. Honestly,
Mhm.
like SEO was just horrible, right? Because I was like going to companies in Vienna in person, and I was talking to them. Like we had like a Börse, like a what's Börse in English?
Sorry, saying.
Stock Börse, stock exchange, right? So we had like a Vienna stock exchange meetup. Obviously, I'm not fucking on the Vienna stock, but I have a client, and they were like, some of them knew that I was doing X, and I was like, yeah, you can look me up. It's Phil, and I was telling them my username. It was annoying as fuck. Nobody could find me, right?
Yeah.
Phil, you can't find me. And then if I put my full name, it's super nice, right? Because people it even shows up on Google,
Yep.
Yeah.
which is big, right? Because my tweets they aren't too bad. Like I stand behind what I'm posting, so I don't fucking care. I don't do the full shitso posting on X.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
totally fine. And I don't think SMR, your tweets are super tame, right?
Yeah, I don't.
You don't do any culture.
I'd say
wars.
I'll send it more on main than you. That's for sure.
What do you mean?
I think some of my tweets are definitely or stuff I comment is something where people could say, "Oh, fuck this guy."
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen a single. Have I seen any culture war stuff from you?
Oh no, I don't I don't really like politics that much, but it's just some
Oh, you think
interacting with
Germans?
accounts and interacting with some accounts with some people I know.
It's like a cancelable offense.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I'm in this territory as well, right? I don't give a fuck. Yeah, but I think it's fine. I think we are post-cancel culture, luckily.
Yeah, I think that you can the nice thing about getting canceled is that you have to agree to it, so it's kind of just don't go. If you just don't go away, you're not canceled.
If somebody actually tried to cancel me, man, I would capitalize on it so hard.
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna lie.
Launching a shit count the next day, just shitcoin Phil, or a GoFundMe or something.
Imagine getting cancelled in 2025 as a normal guy.
It's just a skill issue.
Be your career starter, right?
Yep.
Imagine, because it doesn't even matter which side cancels you. I might even cut this out of the podcast, honestly, but you get what I mean, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Grip on the other side.
Best case you bait both.
Yeah, bait both, and then pick the one side that's winning right afterwards.
Yeah.
And you open up GoFundMe campaign, man. But I don't think anybody's gonna cancel me, to be honest.
For the reason I didn't have my face on my account was not because I didn't want to get canceled. I don't even remember why it was.
No, I think you last time we talked about you were just that you wanted to be private, right? Which I get.
Oh yeah. I wanted to be, which is sort of different than being anonymous. I think it's sort of similar, but it's more
you don't have to share, right? We were talking about me sharing this, for example, right? You wouldn't share this, I assume.
What are you pointing at?
It's food posting, right?
Oh yeah. You
would not do this, right? I could never imagine opening X.
I can't see you, dude. Is it? Oh, okay. Shit, stream is delayed for me. Sorry, my bad.
Oh yeah, no. He said food posting, then I remembered the food post. Yeah. That's how I didn't see.
I mean, obviously, you wouldn't post it.
It rendered in my head,
anyway, but
the trauma was.
But yeah, I don't see a word where you are ever going where I open my and I see an SMR food post. I don't see it.
I think one of my favorite Twitter accounts that I want to imitate is, I've said this before to Phil, but Jared Sumner's Twitter. Yeah, Jared Sumner.
I think even the bun guy, right?
Yeah, I think that is a lab grown Twitter account where it's he builds stuff for Bun, and then he says, Bun is faster now. Bun now supports this. Bun now has the 3 times faster.
It's a product account, right?
Yeah.
Right. You don't need to talk about a single product, but what I would want is to build things.
You kind of have to, right?
I do think he has. If he didn't have a product, it wouldn't work.
Yeah, because it's not really a Jared Sumner account; it's a Bun account.
Yeah.
True, but I think the reason it's good, it's not because of Bun, it's because he's building something and sharing it. Yeah. I think that's the biggest.
But
right,
and so he's all in. If Bun was gone for some reason,
he would build something else.
True, but until then he would be nobody, right?
Yeah, that circle back,
right?
That circle back to the initial thing that I said, where it's every tweet is expensive because I need to build something for it.
I don't.
Which I'm not married to.
Yeah,
I'm not married to this.
I don't think you should be, right? Because I think X is fundamentally about I mean, obviously for him, it's not
Like
like that.
you could
right?
even go through like even backend. I just had this idea. If you would really want to do content, I would just open up every Git project wherever it wrote something on the back end, check if I find something, just send up like some like Claude Code thing, find interesting parts in this code base, make a screenshot and describe why I did it that way.
He's
If you would want
Phil
to do.
doesn't like that, but I love the systematization. I love the
no.
systematization, but Phil.
I
does not
think,
like
I
that
think,
one.
man, all my good tweets have come
They're
through
human.
not
They're
thinking
human.
about it, just opening up and go all in, you know?
Yeah, but you need to
Human
fill the
is his
background
soul.
noise, right? Just like
Yeah, but for this, just just stream of minded. We're both doing
oh
it.
yeah, that's also what
SMR.
I'm doing, true.
Like,
But
you
like I
should
think
also
if you want to do it, like if you want to have some content, like what I'm just thinking one post per day, technical,
Yeah,
on topic, and then just
Ticks
rest of
all
it
the
just
boxes.
send it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is Bert.
I think that's actually a good system, right? And it's working for you. Because I think SMR, your problem is, right? You're this I like those tweets. I'm not saying I don't
Which-
like them. But
Uh-huh.
oh, you don't see it. I'm opening up
Yeah.
your Olivia Rodrigo thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like, but they are too off topic, right?
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah.
Like the
To add
last
something really similar
Yo,
to
I
that.
have motion. Okay, 50 views, whatever. 1.5K,
That's
1.5K.
not good motion though.
Two
You have motion
1.5.
actually. Yeah, that's the problem. Like that's
Yo. Yeah, so I'll start
like
posting.
the ratio is bad, right? That's what I mean. Like 1.5K should have like 20 to 30 likes.
Right, but then that's an opportunity to.
That's an opportunity to improve, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we have eight likes on that one. So.
Yeah, because it was technical, right? But you're going 4 days without posting
Oh,
anything.
right, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I think these are totally fine if these are your fillers, right? Like,
Yeah,
if these
the
are your
bot
fillers,
AirPod. Yeah.
And then I think for you goes the same. You know why I dropped? I'm pretty sure I dropped because I just don't engage as much. That's the issue for me. Like I would need to engage more. And I
But
think
do you
it's
mean
the same for
engage?
you.
Do you mean like replying to your own
Replying.
replies? Replying to the
No,
people?
replying to somebody else.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Like you need to just, but I don't have the time right now. That's the problem.
It needs to straight up be a job where you wake up and you do 3. It's so annoying.
I mean, you do need. I don't know how long do you spend because you're pretty good at replying. I think, right?
Yeah.
Like you block it out, right?
I do it like most of the times I don't even like most of the days I don't even have like X installed on my phone. I often do it between like when I send off a
What do you mean most of the days? Do you install it and uninstall
yeah,
it?
sometimes yeah. I do the same with Instagram. I always uninstall it because I don't want to use it on my phone, but sometimes if I'm like super bored sitting somewhere I install it.
Yeah,
but
They're really good. I just don't have it on my phone.
But then I just like I often between like when I send off a huge prompt or something or do a deep research, then I just go to X and reply real quick and then that's it.
Yeah, I get that.
We should talk about it. We should really talk about your AI thing, like how you use AI. But yeah, we said we talked about another day earlier.
What do you
Like
mean?
10
Oh,
minutes.
my thing?
No. How Constantine uses. I mean, yours too. But I think we've sort of went over how you use AI.
Yeah. Like that would also like be like super
Wait,
like
what are we
perfect.
talking about? Are we talking about social media AI?
No, we're talking about this thing for the next like that I think right.
We
Tomorrow,
should
then
all
we have a
talk
next
about our use
podcast.
because I'm
Yeah,
also
exactly.
I know how SMR uses it. I
Yeah.
think SMR, you don't really know how I use it because we're not like when we're live coding, I'm not sharing my screen usually.
Yeah.
Because again, I'm not like, I think you might get it wrong because I haven't a single time. I have never run out of cursor usage, and I don't use anything else, right? So
Yeah.
I'm not really using it too much. I think I'm super weird in my usage, honestly. I think constantly. I don't know where you at.
Like I'm not like currently I'm back like
You
when
swung
Claude
back,
Code
right?
was no, I'm still using it a lot, but when Claude Code was really good, I was always maxing out.
Prod, I'm going to kill myself. For next time, we really need to lock in. Okay. let the guys back in. Bruh, they're in the wrong fucking meeting. Fucking
Hello.
shoot by Google Meet.
Did you send the wrong Google? Did you edit the message?
I sent the link and then I closed it again, accidentally, because the buttons were like next to each other.
Gotcha.
And then, so man, why is? Okay, no, he's back. He's actually there.
What were you were gonna complain?
Amazing. No, I'm not gonna complain about Google Meet. Honestly, it's way better than the fucking what's the thing called? Good. I need to resize.
I need to stop playing with this.
Allow. What's this? Okay, we're back. So I'm not gonna complain about Google Meets because Riverside was that fucking garbage. So
Yep.
I'm not gonna indulge in.
Also, we can just do Teams because we have
We need
unlimited
to, I
meetings
think we
here.
should do, honestly, we should probably do a Discord. And I can even upgrade to the fucking pro plan. I
Yeah.
don't fucking care. Right? Because then it's super easy to invite guests still.
And we can also put like our chat there. Oh no, I'm never on Discord. That wouldn't work. Sorry. We
No,
are
you
like-
know, we
I
can
should-
put the chat. We can put the chat in stream. I just need to figure it out in OBS.
No, I meant we should like. I was thinking about also moving our Telegram chat to Discord for planning, but I never checked Discord, so that would not really work.
No, I don't think we do.
Yeah, Discord is not a good, nice app as well.
I think
Yeah.
we should literally just have a server and stream, because on Discord it's nice, right? We can set up the panes for each
Yep.
face cam.
Yeah.
Because I just need a fixed position, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, I guess
Illegal or
about
illegal?
this, right? We kind of cut off on your AI usage.
Yeah.
because-
So like really quickly, like back when Cloud Code was good, I was always maxing out the $200 plan without problems. Now I'm mostly like generally I was doing less coding recently, more like meetings, stuff like that. So that's why I also use it less. I'm heavily using all of them. I'm rotating through them basically, like Gemini, ChatGPT, Claude. I'm always like using different ones, but right now the best until like for some reason since 2 days, Codex with GPT-5 High is shit for me. But before that, I was always using GPT-5 High for planning, like master slave basically, and then GLM 4.5 or K2 in a Claude Code harness. Yeah.
I think it's super interesting. Like, I think our setup, like the three-way setup we have, is super interesting. And what I kind of want to do, if we discuss this next week, for example, I kind of want to bring in this man. Because
Okay,
he's
where are we?
vibe coding.
Cool. We don't see anything.
Yeah, it's going to show up soon on the stream. But if you follow me on Teardrow, you also see it. I
Yeah.
thought you were following. So, Chaz, right? He's the vibe coding.
Oh
guy.
yeah.
So I think we could bring him on, and then we have the full ensemble, right?
Full
we have
spectrum.
we have Technico, CLI man, we have Cursor guy, we have T3, copy paste, NeoVim, and we have the vibe code, right?
Yeah.
It's nice. The Avengers basically.
Like we
The
can.
AI Avengers.
There's no other option, right?
It's so it's actually unironically soulful because it's our own way of.
Is there any?
Generally.
I don't think there's any other thing.
And we also have like a nice rage bait title where we can already work on getting cancelled, because my take
Yeah.
is kind of that like if you do like master slave, like planning and executing, I kind of have the feeling that the dumber the slave is, the better. So we could do AI Avengers, slaves should be dumb, something like
True.
that.
This is the type.
And fast.
Yeah, I think it should be good. I mean, the only thing I could think of is because Chaz is he knows some technical stuff, right? So the only thing I could think of, we could bring on a fifth guy or girl, whoever, who's like completely non-tech, like not even product, but it's like literally personal software.
Mhm.
This would be interesting. I don't know if
I think like it would be incredibly boring for her the moment we start,
she needs to
or
drop,
him the
right?
moment
They
we
need to
start
drop.
talking about like
we-
code.
We need to open with this person, and then we can let them go. Like,
Yeah, thanks, bye.
thanks for your input, and you can go now.
I think it would be interesting for a I think it would be interesting for a different debate when we all like maybe talk about how we use AI outside of coding. But I think for the coding one, I think it's kind of nice to have like the full spectrum of like
So we bring
like we said earlier, like vibe coding to CLI, man.
I mean, if Chaz doesn't want to join, but I think he will want to join. If he doesn't want to join, we can also use Alex, because Alex also vibe coded.
Use Alex.
Yeah, use, abuse, right?
Yeah.
Because is there anyone else we can think of? Probably not, right? I mean, we could also bring on like a cringe AI engineer, but I don't really want to. And also, those guys don't like me, so yeah.
Cool. So let's
I
wrap up
think
for
skip
today,
all
maybe.
of this, right? We wrap up.
I was distracted by myself on the stream. I think the box was like offset.
Really?
My forehead is cut off, but it's all good. My forehead is cut off. We'll fix it next year.
Problem is, if I can do it like this, right?
So true.
Yeah, next stream we're going to have a proper setup, I hope.
Yeah,
like,
maybe I'll also
really-
use my microphone for that, so my audio isn't that chopped.
You know why I don't want to use ping, by the way, quickly, Asma? I don't want to pay for a seat that we don't need most of the time.
Doesn't it have guests?
Guests are seats, if I understood it correctly. So you just have to pay for it, and that's ass, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and it's not even about the money, but let's say we want to have 5 people on, right?
Yeah. It's
I need
not
to pick up a
flexible.
new seat each time, and then.
Yeah, I get you.
So I think if Discord doesn't work, I guess we kind of like, what do we do then?
Discord will work then. What?
Or do we upgrade Google Meet? Google Meet was kind of nice. Like,
We can also like it wasn't even a joke. Like we could use Teams.
I think we'll upgrade Google Meet.
we can also use Slack if you want. I can invite you
Yeah.
to my Slack.
I mean, I could give you like external accounts for our company Teams thing, and we could just.
Is Google Meet, by the way, is it not included in Google Workspace? It is, right?
It's kind of weird because.
I mean, maybe it is because I have like a pro subscription garbage. Like I'm paying more. Maybe it's included.
But you were hosting it and we were getting kicked
I'm
out.
on my personal account. Not
Ah,
my
okay.
company account.
Oh yeah, so that might actually work because I'm sure Google Meet is like.
Because Google Meets has good quality, right? Discord is going to be way more chopped.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But then again, does it matter? I don't know. Next time let's try Discord. And then
we
the
have
only
went
thing
through them
I
all.
dislike about Discord is for guests, it's subpar, right? Like not everybody has Discord, and for Google Meet I can literally just send a link and it works.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna check if Google Meet has the thing.
I sent it to you, like the pricing thing.
Google Meet, the only thing that's ass is this, right? Like my current setup, I need to size it correctly every single time. But I guess I'll also have to do that on Discord. So, or do you guys know any other different solution for this? Probably not, right?
Yeah, I don't think I do.
Riverside, I heard about it. It's a nice piece of software.
Don't name them. They're gonna come after me.
So true. They have alerts set up.
Yeah.
Every time anybody messages them.
AI analyzing our Google Meet session.
Next week, someone's gonna ring your door. We didn't find your email address, bro.
Please don't get me started. I don't want to get, I'm not gonna name it So that actually might get us cancelled. But let's not talk about them. Yeah, I guess we wrap up, right?
Cool.
Cool. Let me figure out how okay, stop stream should probably stop the stream, so we're good. So let's meet next week. Next week it's
On Thursday?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Perfect.
See you guys.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Peace out.